do da do 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 loo 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 loo. I'm copying. Anyways, welcome to Max Theory, where I copy game theory, and there's no way that game theory is going to notice. Or this is like a fan-made thing, cause I love game theory so much. So I'm gonna make my own theory and see if, because this is some theory I've been wanting to do in ARG for since the last couple of seconds. Because I saw this video about it. It's interesting. I'll tell you that. So first, we need to get into what's going on around the whole story of hang on. It's the whole story of Gunslinger Pro 200 of 2009. Quite the impressive amount of subscribers, I do say so myself. And he actually deserves it, for he has made a story around Gmod and Team Fortress 2 with the story of live ragdolls and stuff like that, So we're going to be looking into how he's done it and the story around these ragdolls and what the old plot is. Now, most people have already done this before, so we'll need to get this over way very quickly. I'll show you the new episode that no one has actually done a video on yet, and we'll do a little insight on what I think it is, since I've already seen what some other people think it is. So let's get into it. So the first episode we got here is Sniper is Book. The episode entirely about the Heavy saying the Sniper is a book. Not much input here, other than something that I remember most people don't mention, is that the Heavy turns into something here. I'll let the clip play out and you'll see what I mean.
Sniper is a book! Read me!
As you can see, I've paused on the exact moment where the Heavy turns into his sandwich. This is what most people don't talk about, where Heavy turns into a sandwich and screams, ah. Basically, what's going on here is that this Heavy has been removed from the entire episode, from the entire clip in total, and he does it, and he only appears later on after a couple more episodes. Jeez, I'm really bad at explaining things with my damn voice, but I have to be quiet because my dad's at work and all this stuff. Anyways, here's where things get interesting in Spy is Sandwich, where the spy is a sandwich and something interesting happens. Obviously, I can't tell you until you see the clip, so it makes more sense, but I'll show you the clip real quick. Hang on.
Never see though, here I was wrong.
Yeah, it's live. It's basically just like in the chat room talking about
Sandwich.
because a lot of these technical people, even if they're not working on it,
How could this happen?
love to share their experiences and knowledge they've had because it's about
So, as we can see here, the spy was banging on the glass and wanted help. By banging on the glass, he saw that we were watching. Now, something I don't get is that in most movies, people say the spy is really not. The spy is afraid of the person, but if he's alive and knows that he's afraid of the person, he's afraid of the creator, then why is he not afraid of us? We could also be playing Garry's Mod, and we could also be torturing these ragdolls at the same time. He would know that. Why does he want us to save him when he's already in jail? When he's already stuck? And it doesn't make sense to me, right? But yeah, point is, yeah. Why is the spy so trying to bang on a glass, trying to get our attention to say help him? It's, Anyways, let's move on to the next clip. I need to explain things better as well. Wait! Now for this one, This is the Gary's Mod Ragdoll Walker tutorial. And this one actually has a bit expedition on showing that the spy isn't the only one alive. You'll see what I mean once you watch the clip. Here, let me turn it on for you.
Each and every one of you will be sent home to your mama in a box.
In a box.
Last one alive, lock the door. Pain is weakness leaving the body.
You asked the question, they weren't clear. They actually done that or not, were they? Have you looked at that? Yeah. It's all linked to the Japanese song. It's bloody useless outside of Japan.
In this one, we can see the spy tries to escape again. Like last time, he's actually nearly got away, but the player used no clip and recaptured him again. A few other things that people missed would be a couple of things such as like the things that people
After the demo,
people
you should use that in a
keep-
demo to get a scope done.
actually I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway, just forget about that one.
Scope it out.
So so there's many. So if you also noticed, the soldier was shaking his head when the guy was going to remove him, meaning the spy was not the only one
Oh, did
alive.
you see
Like
that
I said
news
at the
thing
beginning of this episode. Not this one. I mean the. Oh, you know what I mean. But so, what does
See,
this
the news
particularly
yesterday about
mean?
I was watching CNN.
Well, it means I should get a script for
first
myself
of
so
all,
I don't
there's
stutter
a
every time.
UK
Also,
lady
it also
who's the head of
means that
one of the leaders of the
all
UK
ragdolls
Black
in
Lives
these
Matter.
episodes are actually
And
alive
she was shot
and
in the
trying to
head.
escape to the real world.
Yeah, a rival gang.
Because the spy was
Two of
banging
the
on the
people that were
class.
having a party in
That
their
was,
house.
which means he
Did a
which
drive-by
means he
shot
could
through the
be.
window and she caught a
Well,
stray bullet.
I'll get to that theory later on, and after we've seen
And it's
all
caught
the
her head, not
episodes.
killed her, but
So
it's
let's
a
continue, shall we?
intensive care.
This next
It's
one
called
will
her
actually
best
have a
friend
bit of a
on TV.
problem, as
And
it's
said that it
mostly
wasn't
just
a deliberate
darkness.
attack on
So
her
I'll
life,
just
she
skip to
wasn't
the
the
good
intended
part, shall we?
target.
I mean, shall I?
And a South African
Okay,
security
here we
company
are. Let's
that was
continue.
employed by a contractor sent a helicopter to go and rescue the staff from the hotel. They rescued 6 white people. The white people from the UK, Ireland, Germany, South Africa. They all worked in this business. And they rescued 12 black people. But the story was that South African security company racially discriminates who it rescues from 220 guests. There were 200 black people in total and 20 white people. And they removed 6 white people and 12 black people. So the ratio that they rescued was only 60% black, whereas the ratio in the
Oh, I realised what I did to my headphones.
racially profiling and discriminating against black people, but then ideally, so to take them to, they should have taken 16 black people. It's a contractor and security company who's working for there's a big gas development going on in Palma, Mozambique, and they're gas engineers and gas civil engineers, and there's employees and they were rescued. The South African guy from Black Lives Matter.
So, from this part, sorry about the thing. So let me catch you guys up to speed, shall I?
He said, well, one of the reviews said they made.
Anyways, so what we know so far is I'm stupid, but so far the theory is that the spy is probably mutated into that after trying to escape 3 times. I learned that from a YouTube video that told me that. But what the YouTuber didn't elaborate on is if the spy was if that was not the spy and actually foreshadowing the future of the spy. Now, so far, I'm gathering the information of figuring out if this is a bunch of spirits trapped in ragdolls that are trying to escape, while the player is literally just a demon that wants to torture them forever. But other than that, I haven't thought up much so far. If you guys also have theories, you can leave that in the comment section below. And now we shall move on to the next 2 episodes that not most YouTubers show. So let's get into it. So here, this one's rather short, so don't expect much. But this one shows a bit of an input on my theory of the demon torturing them. Here, let's have a look.
Blood centric! The sniper is a blood centric!
So, from what we've seen here, there was already blood on the scout and the others, which means they must have been tortured before this, and also mistakes, and that and also, not to forget, he mutated that sniper into a literal sentry. Now, if that's not torture, I don't know what is, but that's definitely going to help my theory, and it's definitely makes more sense than just live ragdolls. I can say that because these probably are just soul people. I'm kind of a genius. So this one is the one not many YouTubers show, as their videos are out of date. So let me just show you guys the latest one. This one's a slide video, and a couple of things I noticed along with some other people. Let's begin.
engineer is ready to team! Yes, you are good friend.
So what we've seen throughout this one is that the competitor has vanished, and the heavy was literally choked for complimenting the engineer. So based on this information, we can tell the heavy was probably trying to get on the engineer's good side, so they could be friends, and so he wouldn't get tortured anymore. And that the entire premise so far is quite clear to me. So based on the theory I have, these are lost souls trapped inside of ragdolls and being tortured by a demon that is pretending to be a Gmod player and publishing these funny videos. Yeah, that's the entire theory. Okay, so yeah, good job. I did a good theory. Max theory. Okay, like, comment, subscribe. Bye bye. I copied game theory for no reason, but it's fun. And also I made this as a fan creation. And I wanted to do a theory on this IRG. Anyways, bye!